I'm Ashley. I'm from California.
And I'm Diederik. I'm from the Netherlands. We got married about a year ago, and we are now living in the Netherlands or Holland. And me myself, I'm a social scientist, coming to Egypt for the first time. And I actually got here dragged a little bit by my wife, even though I was very excited about it too. And because my wife is an Egyptologist.
Yeah. So I originally got in contact with Samir a little over 2 years ago. And we scheduled a trip with a couple friends I knew, but then I actually had to cancel that trip just due to some family things. But then later, after we got married, we decided we wanted to go to Egypt. And so I contacted Samir again, and we planned out a whole 12-day itinerary. And due to my academic background in Egyptology and archaeology, I wanted something more in-depth, something more academic. I didn't want to just go see a few big sites and then go home. I wanted to really see the places that I'd studied and learned about. I really wanted to get to know the real Egypt, meet the people, just really immerse myself in those details in the history. And as I said, we worked with Samir. I was sometimes a little picky, and I said I want to do this and not this, and I want to do more of this. And they were just great in accommodating everything I want. And so we're at the end of our trip now, and it has been more than I even thought that it would be. It has been an absolutely amazing experience. For me as an academic, I really felt like I got to know Egypt even more in depth. And it was really fun to see all these things I had studied in real life. And my husband, who isn't an Egyptologist and really knew nothing about Egypt, he was able to learn a lot and really gain an understanding about Egyptology while we were here.
And while it's interesting to listen to Ashley about her experiences with Egypt and the ancients of Egypt, for me maybe it's interesting to tell you a little bit about the weeks leading up to our vacation. We told our friends and family a little bit about that we were going to Egypt, and some people were a little bit like, they got a little nervous, and they said, especially your father actually, he's like, is it safe, to get there? We spoke with a friend of mine, and she said my husband would never allow me to go to Egypt because it's not safe, and we feel that a lot of people are a little bit like that, but we haven't experienced that actually.
No.
The government here is very good at protecting tourists. There's many security people in place to make sure that tourists have the best experience. We never felt uncomfortable or not safe, even though some people think that.
And more than just the military protection, the people here are so friendly and welcoming. I never felt unsafe. I never felt that something bad was going to happen at all. I felt very welcomed, and that everyone here was very friendly. It's just such a good place to be. It's safe. You should all come and see Egypt.
Yep. And one last thing, I, as not an Egyptologist, felt very well understood by the guides and the tour guides of Real Egypt, and they really were able to teach me the basics that Ashley was always very enthusiastic about. So I can, as a non-Egyptologist, can absolutely also recommend Real Egypt. We were lucky enough to be introduced to Samir of Real Egypt by friends of ours, but we've also noticed that there's some other websites around that use the same name. So this is the website you want to go to.
RealEgypt.com is the website that you want.